Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. My name is Julie and today we are doing our very first update for our Sprint to the Finish Project Pan. That is right, we are very close to the end of the year and it is time to get rid of some of the small products in my collection or things I've been working on for a while, and I'm picking low-hanging fruit. I want a lot of empties and this is going to help me show them to you. So let's go through all of the empties that I have, then I'll show you where I am on a couple products, and then we'll go to what I'm adding in, because this is a rolling project pan in my mind, because I want to make sure I finish as much as possible. So, empties! Let's go to it. I have started off with 21 products in this project, and I have 5 empties and 1 declutter. So let's get to the empties first, and then we'll talk declutter. My first empty is the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads. Love these, amazing. I actually have pulled up the second one as well, but all of those pads are gone. I didn't have too many left. I think I had like 4 or 5 in there, and they are gone. Love this, miss this, will repurchase this. Next I have the Peach and Lily Power Calm Hydrating Gel Cleanser. This was tiny. I think I got 3 uses out of this. Very, very small. This worked nicely actually for me. I don't know the Power Calm Hydrating side of it. I don't know what Power Calm Hydrating means. I know what each of those words mean individually, but when you put them in a row like that, I'm not sure what the context is. It was a gel cleanser. I know what that means. And what it did is it foamed up on the face when you rubbed it in and then you washed it off. I didn't feel particularly any calming effects from it. It didn't smell like lavender or anything of those typical calming things. I do think it was hydrating. It wasn't super stripping on the face, and I thought it did a good job. I would definitely pick up another sample of this. I probably wouldn't go out and just buy it unless it was on a super sale. But I didn't dislike it. I just thought that it was a cleanser. I've never fallen in love with a cleanser, ever. A cleanser isn't something that I'm like, ooh, ah. It's just more it is what it is. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Do you ever fall in love with a cleanser? What makes you fall in love with a cleanser? Inquiring minds want to know. I finished the Douglas Essentials Tonifying Mask with green clay in it. This actually had just 2 uses left, so I used one on my face, one on my husband's face. I still don't know what this does. It felt nice. Was my face toned? I have no idea. I finished a fragrance. This is the Scent Bird Dolce & Gabbana Dolce fragrance in the Eau de Parfum. I like the scent. I was there and now it's gone. Most of this was evaporation through the move, but it was a lovely scent. I used it last today. I think it smells nice on me. I don't think it's not I'm not super drawn to it as a fragrance, but I don't think it smells badly. I just don't think it's my real cup of tea. It's not my wheelhouse for fragrances. It's a little bit more floral than normal. It almost smells like floral with boring office work. It's not offensive though to anybody. It's just it just kind of is one of those scents that's just not offensive to anybody. But it doesn't smell amazing, but it doesn't smell bad. That probably makes no sense. My 5th and final empty is the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. This is it. It is gone. Very excited this is gone. This was in my summer project pan and I finished it. It was actually interesting. As I was going through, I went to go keep pumping it and all of a sudden the air went whoop, right back into it, and then nothing else popped out. So I think whatever I did was, and it was down, it was tightly squeezed the very last second. And then it came back. That was my signal that it is done. I think if you have oily skin, you'll really like this. It worked great all summer for me. I just don't think that, since I don't have super oily skin, that I particularly need it, although I enjoyed it. My one declutter is a lipstick gone bad. This is the Maybelline Touch of Spice. You guys know I was saying oh yes, all those bubbles have come out. Yeah, this is old. And you can tell that it's old when you apply it. It is off, and so I am going to call it and say goodbye. It clearly had a good run. That's good for me in a lipstick. I probably used about half of it, maybe a little under half. So I think I got my money's worth out of it, but it is going to go into the trash because it has expired. All right, let's talk about some products that I haven't gotten to yet, but I'm going to, and then we'll kind of finish with the ones that I have been using. The MAC Fix Plus, haven't gotten to it yet. I'm still using my other like little travel size of a setting spray, and then I'll get to this. These last me about a month, month and a half, so I still have time to get to it. I just need to get to it sooner rather than later. And this is the lavender scent. My 2 scent birds. I finished one scent bird this morning. I'm gonna switch to my next one, and I think I'm gonna go to this one. This is Citrine, just because Citrine is a little bit lower, and I think I'll finish that relatively quickly. And then I will move on to the Salvatore Ferragamo Encanto Bloom. This is the bigger one. So go low hanging fruit and then get to this one. I don't think I'll have any trouble going through either of those, but we shall see. The Estee Lauder Revitalizing Supreme Light Global Anti-Aging Cream. I'm still working on finishing another one of my face creams before I get to this one, so I didn't try that at all. This one, I think I used once or twice. This is the Gosh Overnight Primer Oil. It definitely feels like an oil. Like, it definitely feels like an oil. There doesn't seem to be too much left in the tube, so I do need to get using this one. I've just been using another cream instead of that one instead. And speaking of that other cream, this is the Tatcha the Water Cream. This is what I've been using. This is too light for me. This is really for someone with oily skin, but look how little I've got left in there. Yep, that's probably 1 or 2 uses left. We'll probably see my empties before I do another update on this video, but I could like rub this all over my hands right now. Should I just make this an empty? Because this really isn't great for my face. Let's just do that. Let's just finish it up right now. Look at that. That's like pretty much all I've got left in there. I can do it on like my hands. It's just a light hydrator. Like, there's really nothing to it. Like, water cream is definitely a great way to describe it. It feels nice, but it gives my face really not the moisture level that I need. I would say on a scale of like 1 to 10, all which is hydrating. 0 would be not hydrating at all. Like, it doesn't add any hydration. I think this would be on like a 2 or a 3. It's really light. I can see if people have oily skin that they would like this, but I don't have oily skin, as previously mentioned. I have completely not natural skin. That doesn't make any sense. I have normal skin. It's not oily. It's not dry. I would say it leans more towards dry just because I'm aging, but I don't feel like I'm in that stage where I'm oily anymore. I used to be. Like in high school, I feel like I used to be oily, but that's not the case anymore. But boom, that is empty. And I feel like I didn't waste it because I put it on my legs and my hands. And now they feel nice and hydrated a little bit. It also says pore perfecting. I'm not sure about that. I didn't see really any difference when using it. So yay, another empty. That's exciting. I haven't used this one yet because I finished the Peach and Lily face wash, but I did bring in the Origins Checks and Balances Polishing Face Scrub. So I've just started using that one. I just literally put in my shower 2 nights ago and I just haven't washed my face since then. So that sounded gross. I'm kind of gross. It's okay. This glitter, this e.l.f. glitter in the shade Flirty Birdie. I'm scraping the side, so I ended up pulling the stopper on this to be able to get a lot more of the glitter out. So now it's a bit of a mess, but I do feel like I can finally get the glitter out really easily. So that's good. I'm getting some good progress on this. I've used this 3 times this past month, so that's really gonna help me like use it more and more and more. The Lorac Powder. This is the Perfection Baked Perfecting Powder. I've got this on today. I think it looks pretty nice. I usually think this powder looks really nice. It's a baked powder, which I like. I'm trying to hit the pan on it. So I think it's pretty good. Powders like this do normally take like 5 to 6 months for me. I was using this during the summer on and off, so I do think I've got like 2 full months on this. This is going to be a stretch for me to finish, but I want to make sure I continue to use it, so I put it in this project. There are 2 lip products I can't show you because I don't know where they went. This always happens to me at some point during my projects where I lose lip products. The 2 that I'm missing is the Buxom. Nope. Is the Pixie. No. Yes. Is the Pixie Lip Balm. I don't know where it went. I was so close to finishing it and I don't know where it went. So it's hiding somewhere in a bag or a pocket somewhere. I will find it eventually. I just don't know where it is right now at this instance to show you, but I've gotten some use out of it. Before I lost, I feel like I was using it more, but now I haven't used it at all. The other one that I have lost is the Bite Chai lipstick. I honestly don't know where this went. I haven't used it. I didn't like pull it out to use yet. And sometimes what I do is I put like the ones that are in a project pan but I haven't used yet, like in this little area in my storage room. And it wasn't there this morning when I went to go like film this video. So I clearly have put it somewhere very safe and I don't know where that is. So yeah, but I found the other two lip products in here. One is the Pat, well, they're both Pat McGrath, but this is the 1995 lipstick. It's this right here. I've used this a couple times. I'll mark it on the paper so you can see it, but just keep this in mind for a second. And then the other one is the Flesh 3. This is a deep matte. I've worn this one time. It's really quite pretty, but it's deeper than I thought it was going to be. It's definitely a fall lipstick. This one, the Flesh 3, is more like a tinted balm. You really don't see it very much on the lips. It just feels nice and smooth when you apply it, so it's interesting. So this is the change right there. Is that a lot? No, but is it something? Yes. And again, this is on Flesh 3, 1995. Doesn't have any change yet, but we're working on it, and that's all that matters, is that we're working on it, right guys? It's all a work in progress. The next makeup product I've got is the Julep Eye Glide Pencil. Once again, really good use on this. I do have this on my eyes today. I really like this product. This is where I'm at on the paper. I've gone from there to there, so good progress for a month. I do have 2 more months for this project, and I'm hoping that I will be very close to gone with it. It's so hard to like judge to see like where you're going to be, but I definitely will be to a nubbin on that. We'll see if I pick up my eyeliner usage. I don't think that like I will. I tend to use my eyeliners at the same rate always, but you know, it's probably 2 inches long. So if I keep sharpening it, we'll see how it goes. Like, this is plastic, so you don't go always to the end, and sometimes they fall out. I have noticed, can you see that? It's getting a little loose in the tube. So it may fall out sooner than like I actually am able to use it up. But we'll see how that goes. The last one is this Ole Henderson Transforming Uplifting Eye Cream. This is almost gone. This again is an eye cream, as I said before, I'm not really in love with. Like I only have it like just at the very bottom there. This I would say, do you know like that Peter Thomas Roth like super trendy one right now that like takes away the bag creams, like the bags underneath your eyes like temporarily? I would say this does something similar, but with a little hydration as well. It just kind of makes it smooth out under there. I do not have the biggest bags. I get really lucky about that. I don't have the biggest bags underneath my eyes, so this isn't 100% necessary for me. But I'm still trying it, and I'm using it up, and I'm looking forward to getting my next eye cream in here. But it's still, I'm close. I'm just not there yet, but I'm close. Because this is a rolling project pan, I do want to bring in 4 new products. Now, I realize I now have 6 empties and 1 declutter. But I'm also aware that we've got 2 months left before the end of the year. So I don't want to like grab too much and like set myself up for failure. So I'm picking some things, again, the low-hanging fruit that I know I'll be able to finish. The first one is this Kristen S Style Reviving Dry Shampoo. This is what it looks like. This stuff is actually not bad. It's not bad. It does have a thickness to it, so I would say it's a volumizing dry shampoo. You will feel this in the roots of your hair. This is not a light dry shampoo, although it does pick up oil quite nicely. And I don't know if it's because of that thickness it's picking up the oil. So when oh my god, that's funny. It says oil absorbing, odor eliminating, blow dry extending, vitamin enriched. I don't think that, maybe if you blow dry your hair, this would be nice. I don't think that this is like the best dry shampoo on the market, although I do think this picks up oil better than the Batiste, but not as good as the Living Proof. And I think the full size is like $15 or something like that, so it falls within like that range as well. I might buy a full size of this, see what I think about it, and then come back and like talk about it more. But I'm gonna finish this sample up. I feel like you do also have to use a lot of it, which is kind of a bummer. I would say I probably only have 1 or 2 uses left on this. This is just a little guy, so we'll play with it some more. I'm also adding in another face primer since I used up that Too Faced. This is the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer by Charlotte Tilbury. This I have used in an advent calendar before and I did like it. It has a bit of glow to the skin, which I think is great for this time of year. So I'm pulling this out and trying it. I do actually have this on my face today. I think it's giving me a nice blurring effect. But also, do you see that little glow? I don't have a highlight on. That's just natural glow from this. I like this product and I think I'll continue using it. To piggyback on the Douglas mask, I decided to pull in this Ren Clean Skincare Ever Calm Ultra Comforting Rescue Mask. This has been in I think my May masking challenge. I'm about there. I'm about half. So some good use on this, and I'll hopefully get some more good use out of it. I think I've got probably 2 to 3 more masks in there. I don't remember how thick this product is. I think I'd probably do 3, but it depends. My husband has like this huge face, so if he uses it, maybe 2.5 masks in there. This last one was in my shower, and I thought, you know, I should just focus on finishing this because it's been sitting in my shower for quite a time now. This is the Clean and Clear Deep Action 60-Second Shower Mask. This is your typical AHA mask. It's very similar to the ordinary one. It's just in a different formula, but it does like the same thing. It's a skin resurfacer mask. What you do is in the shower, you stick this on, you wait 30 seconds while the shower's steaming and bubbling and doing all that, then you rinse this off and your skin feels super smooth. I am there at the moment. I will mark this for us so we can see. I don't go through this one very fast because it's an AHA. I don't want to use it that often. I only use this about every other week, but since it's been in my shower for like 2-3 months now, and this is just a travel size, I want to make sure that I am using it that often, and maybe bump it up to once a week. You can use an AHA once a week and it will still be okay. So, and now that it's not sunny as much anymore, I feel like I can increase my skincare a little bit. I haven't seen any dullness in the face, so the good news is like I don't have to worry about that, but I do love the way my skin looks after I use this mask, so that is what I shall do. And those are the 4 new products I'm rolling in to this project pan. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy panning, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.